the end of the 20th century, many predicted the advent of doom, or the return of Christ. The 16th century French prophet Nostradamus had spoken of the solar eclipse of August 11th, 1999. Could this astronomical phenomena be a sign? Could it be the end of an era? It soon became clear that September 11th, 2001 has changed our world much more than August 11th, 1999. But in recent years, the new end date, our meeting with destiny itself, has been moved to December 21st, 2012. What events are predicted to occur during this time? Climate change, unprecedented hurricanes, and the most violent earthquakes ever experienced dominate the news regularly. With so many false alarms, is time finally running out? Though climate change might be man-made, hurricanes and definitely earthquakes are clearly out of our hands. So what is causing this? Some look towards the sun. Some scientists even hold the sun responsible for the climate change, noting that the global warming is not just happening on this planet, but all throughout the solar system. Unlike 1999, December 21st, 2012 is indeed the end of something. The long count calendar, a calendar system used by the Mayan civilization of Central America. On that day, the 13th Baktun cycle will be completed. Some Mayan and other Mesoamerican groups, such as the Aztecs, say we live in the 5th age. The next age, to be born in 2012, will be therefore that of the 6th sun. Our age started on August 11th, 3114 BC. But as it is known, that time did not mark the beginning of the world. Why should we consider 2012 to be the end of the world? Or is it the birth of a new world?
The sun kicked up this just incredible solar flare and a massive amount of energy headed towards Earth. This storm, this cloud of electrified particles, managed to get here in less than a day. That's incredibly fast.
Fortunately, the perfect solar storm took place in 1859, when the only technology vulnerable to the onslaught was the telegraph. Since the era in which we have become dependent on high technology, we've yet to see another perfect solar storm. The question remains, could it happen again?
What if we have another one like that? Can we have another perfect storm? Well, I'd say yes, we can. There's no doubt about that. The effects that would be on us today compared to 1859 could be devastating.
The effects on Earth and on our communication systems, we don't exactly know. That's the scary part.
It's likely that our modern technologies would be battered like beachfront houses during a hurricane. Imagine if we lost all the satellites that relay cell phone calls, television signals, and bank transactions. And what if, at the same time, the failure of power grids cascaded whole regions into darkness for hours or weeks? If these essential services couldn't be restored quickly, chaos wouldn't be far behind.
There would definitely be a ripple effect upon society and every man and woman and child that lives on this earth.
Earth will be in exact alignment with the Sun and the center of the Milky Way galaxy. A galactic event that takes place only once every 25,800 years. No one knows what effect this extraordinary alignment will have on the Earth, but the Mayans believed it would be dire.
It might be kind of like a crossing over of the kind of galactic equator. When you go below, south and north, magnetic currents will spin in opposite directions. It might be there's a kind of field effect reversal that takes place once you pass through this galactic equator.
Geophysicists have a theory that is strikingly similar to the events predicted by the Mayan alignment. This phenomenon is called pole shift, in which the entire mantle of the Earth would shift in a matter of days, perhaps hours, changing the position of the North and South Pole, causing worldwide disaster. Earthquakes would rock every continent. Massive tsunamis would inundate coastal cities. It would be the ultimate planetary catastrophe. As unlikely as this theory seems, it is backed by science. Albert Einstein first suggested it in 1955. And a new study from Princeton University reveals that the poles have shifted before. The North Pole rested in the middle of the Pacific 800 million years ago, placing Alaska at the equator. Even if this pole shift took place slowly over years, it would result in global climate change and shifting sea levels. If it took place rapidly, it would mean planet-wide disaster and mass extinction of species.
In the Milky Way, which is an active galaxy, our solar system cyclically moves above and below this galactic plane. As stars and planetary systems, including our own, approach this galactic plane, the gravitational influence increases, which disturbs the stability of each planet, including Earth. The passage through the densest portion of the gravitational plane is the direct cause of the devastating cycles and pole shifts that we see recorded throughout Earth's history. This cyclic nature of our solar system as we move through the Milky Way is precisely how many ancient civilizations based their calendar systems. The Mayans themselves describe what they refer to as the Dark Rift, or the galactic plane, in ways eerily similar to those of modern scientists and physicists. The Mayans state that the end of each age, which brings about worldwide devastation, is defined by the world sitting on the Dark Rift. As we approach the gravitational plane, we will continue to experience severe weather and ecological effects such as earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, and volcanic activity with increased frequency and intensity. As we penetrate the densest portion of the galactic plane and experience the full gravitational effects, we may witness unprecedented solar flares, unexpected meteor showers, and one or more geographical pole shifts. Subsequently, unexpected celestial objects may pass through the solar system, as they too are influenced by the gravitational plane. This may account for the ancient records describing several past worldwide catastrophes accompanied by passing bodies, comets, or what some researchers today refer to as Planet X.
Right, I understand. Let's talk a little bit about the calendar end date then, because there is many people who are still within the alternative community, of course, but on the mainstream side of that, so to speak, that are looking towards 2012, the 21st of December. You're looking at the October the 28th, 2011. Tell us a little bit how you came to this conclusion and what you consider to be kind of the main differences between these two different factions, so to speak.
Yeah, well, it's quite a, I should begin here by saying that, there are a number of people now that are sort of, you might say, experts in the Mayan calendar and presenting their own ideas about it and so forth, and I'm one of those. And but I think I can honestly say that I'm the only one of those that has gained the respect and approval of the Mayan elders themselves. And so I have quite a relationship with Don Alejandro Osla, who is the head of the Council of Elders of the Maya. And I should say to begin with here, he rejects the December 21, 2012 date. Mm-hmm. So when people say the Maya are saying that, I don't know who they are referring to. This is a misunderstanding of the archaeologists. They have miscalculated when they have tried to correlate our calendar to to the Christian calendar. Now, the difference here then is that October 28, 2011, it falls on a date that is 13 Ahau, whereas the December 21, 2012 date does not fall a date on that is 13 Ahau